Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Bakar, Kodash. Shalom to the 144,000, the rest of you elect out there. Shalom to you all. And I'm gonna entitle this video, Christians Don't Know Ish About the Prophecies of the Bible. See if I can fit that in there. Isaiah 63 and Isaiah 64 are future prophecies. So anyway, I was listening to the elder head of GMS Dallas, the elder Yashwamba. He has a page, Remnant Say 144. And sometimes Elder Ariala uses this page, but for the most part, if you see Remnant Save 144, it's not usually him. So this is Revelation. I believe this came up in my notification, so I clicked on it. It said Revelation 20 and 12, and the books were open. So in give me a second. Let me see if I can catch this again. Okay, he was going into a lot of things. He was actually started off with Revelation 20 verse 12 about the books being open. Give me a second. Okay, gotta be around here. He went to Isaiah. Just try to find a place where he right, Isaiah 59. And you can read it, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, you can start from the 15th verse. You can read the whole chapter. And I was listening to it. Matter of fact, I will show you a little bit of it play. I'm sorry. Then it prompted me to go into to say in my mind. I mean, we know what this means. So it prompted me to say in my mind, did this already happen? Is this a future judgment? This is a prophecy. Well, it's coming out of Isaiah, and it's a prophecy. Whether this prophecy took place during Isaiah's lifetime, or maybe 100 years after, or is this judgment yet to come? This prophecy yet to come? Come back over here. And it made me, what come to mind is, Isaiah 34, Isaiah 63 actually. Because I said, if this is a future prophecy, then Isaiah 63, which is a couple of pages, right? You got Isaiah. This is beautiful because you got Isaiah 59, and then the next chapter is Isaiah 60, where that whole chapter is dedicated to us being in the kingdom and enslaving the nations round about us. Isaiah 61 says the same thing. Then you can go, they lead you into Isaiah 63, which goes back to Isaiah 61 will take place or be fulfilled after Isaiah 63. Because Isaiah 60 you meant to say, 60 and 61 will take place after Isaiah 63. Because when the Lord come back, he's destroying them, with fierce destruction. He's going to get his garments wet with blood, which that's not actually going to happen. That's just, in other words, he's going to jump out the ship and he's going to just start, chopping Edomites up, and blood is going to sprinkle on them. That's not going to happen. You're going to have white garments, and they're going to remain white. There's not going to be a speck on that garment. It's just a vision that these prophets saw. Isaiah, being a prophet, saw these things and wrote them down. Isaiah didn't understand what this meant. That's also in Habakkuk. Apostle Kabbalah always go to Habakkuk 1, I believe it is. As a matter of fact, let me go to that right quick. Let me go to that. See, these visions that these various prophets of Israel saw, the same event, the judgment of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. Let me see if I can find this. I believe it's in Habakkuk. If not, I can find it. Habakkuk. Let me just go to Habakkuk. Remember, the prophets saw visions, wrote them down, and we here, being the prophets all over again, reincarnated, are here to break down the prophecies. Okay, let me see. Put in the word river or rivers. Okay, it's not here. Let me do it this way. See, the river, it's got to be rivers. Bear with me for a minute. Almost positive it's Habakkuk. Okay, it was Habakkuk 3. Habakkuk 3 and 8. So let me get in context. And I'm going to go back and let you hear the elder part of his video. Let me come up here. Okay, the Most High's deliverance of his people. His people are the Israelites. Okay, first verse, I'm not going to read the whole thing. A prayer of Habakkuk the prophet upon Shigionoth. The Most High came from Teman. It was a part of the land of Edom. And the Holy One from Mount Perine, which is down by Edom. That's mentioned in Psalms 68. It says, and his glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. And his brightness was as the light, he had horns like out of his hand, or the word there is laser beams, and there was the hiding of his power. See, when the ships come down, they're going to use what Esau calls DEWS, which is DEWS, direct energy weapon system, which Esau has been using. If you watch the news, these mysterious fires, some of them are from the DEWS. They put that message out, what they're going to do, on a can of Mountain Dew, D-E-W, direct energy weapon system. Before him went pestilence, and burning coals went forth at his feet. He stood and measured the earth. He beheld and drove asunder the nations, and the everlasting mountains were scattered. The perpetual hills did bow. When is that going to happen? That's a future event. His ways are everlasting. I saw the tents of Cushan in affliction, and the curtains of the land of the Midian did tremble. What's going to make the earth to tremble? Was Yahweh displeased against the rivers? Was he mad at the rivers? Was thine anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath against the sea? Because the sea is going to shake. There's going to be tidal waves in various places around the earth. Buildings will, after this destruction, after Esau goes down, the whole earth will have to be rebuilt. Because you're going to have certain houses standing, but you're going to have these tall buildings. They're going to fall. Every wall, I went into that the other day. Every wall shall fall. That includes the wall of China, because that's a wall. It said every wall. Every standing thing shall fall. Anything that's in a power seat, Esau, the elite Edomites, their wall is going to fall. That thou didst ride upon the horses, and thy chariots of salvation. Oh, wait a minute. What are the chariots of salvation? The ships. This so Habakkuk is talking about how our Lord Yahweh Shai is coming back to bring salvation. When you look up the word salvation in the New Testament, I'm looking up in the Old Testament, which is the Hebrew. Let's see what the word is. Because you got vocab talking about, Edomites are not done away with. So Isaiah 63 took place already. Isaiah 59 took place already. Isaiah 13 took place already. Jeremiah 50, 49, 50, and 51. Salvation. Yasha, Waya, which is supposed to translate into the word Yahweh Shai, deliverance. When you look it up in the Greek, it means, matter of fact, let me do this. I'm finished with Habakkuk. Let me go to salvation in the New Testament. Okay, I want it in the New Testament. Okay. We know these words. We don't have to go, but we're doing it for you all out there. Let me see what it means first, and then I'll let you hear it. Deliverance, preservation. Let me let you hear it. Salvatori.
Strong's G 4991. Soteria.
Okay, soteria. It sounded feminine. Feminine noun. Soteria. Feminine of the derivative of, and I gotta go to that. Let me look up the deliverance. Preservation, safety, salvation, deliverance from the molestation of enemies, the enemy coming. In an ethical sense, that which concludes to the soul's safety or salvation of messianic salvation. That's when the Lord come back. Salvation as the present possession or true Christians, future salvation and some benefits Christians enjoy. Let me do this. Put in the word saved. Bear with me for a minute. My point is that Isaiah 59 that the elder was reading out of, would led me to Isaiah 63, and which also led me to, because I went to the Bible Hub, it had led me to Isaiah 34, because it makes reference of the Edomites in both Isaiah 63 and Isaiah 34. So this is definitely a prophetic event. Okay, but he that shall endure to the same shall be saved. Let's look this up. Like I said, we don't gotta. Well, see, you guys be using the blue. We use the blue letter for you guys out there. We don't need the blue letter. We don't need to practice, Randy. Inside joke. Know somebody's cracking up. If you can tell me from that what movie that's from, you're good. Shall be saved. G4982. G49, the G represents Greek, and the numbers 4982, they're just codifying everything. Okay, Sudzo.
Strong's G 4982. Sozo.
Verb. Not as opposed to a noun, a verb from a primary SOS contradiction for absolute or safe, to be saved. To save, keep safe and sound, to rescue from danger or impending danger. If you're in a building on the 5th floor, there's a fire, you can't get out, you can't go down the stairs, the fireman puts a ladder up and he saves you. That's what that word means. So we don't gotta. So when Christians, these clown ass Christians say, "I'm saved in the blood of Jesus," so I say, saved from what? Saved from a world of sin. But wait a minute, you guys say you don't believe in the law. The sin is the transgression of the law. So how can you be saved from a world of sin? They don't. When you corner them, unless they're been to a theological cemetery, But the word there, save in Matthew 24, is talking about being delivered from impending danger. That impending danger is the missiles coming on Babylon the Great, not France. I was watching a video with Bishop Nate having an interview with somebody about, and he said it's official. They officially kicked out IUIC out of France, which means you cannot go on the street corners no more with your purple and your gold T-shirts. Most IUIC on the T-shirt teaching out the Bible. So the only way you can do it, you got to fake it like you're a Christian, wear a suit and say you're a Christian and all that. So they pretty much get outlawed. So now you can't teach the people in France. You can't teach them no more, Nate. Didn't you say you got to go to every Israelite out there? You got to go to them. You can't go to them face to face now. And you notice it ain't happening in America. It ain't going to happen because guess what? We have a First Amendment. The laws are different in France. The reason why that happened, because you have no business being there. Your focus, well, first of all, your focus is watching us so you can get the scriptures right. You go off on a lot of things, and you keep, every time you turn around, you guys go, well, the second right behind y'all is the Genesis. They go off too. They stay going off because they're not of the. I keep saying it. Them two guys are not of the elect. Now, hopefully they are the elect if they repent. If they keep teaching this, when the ships come to deliver, and you teaching this nonsense that you teaching, you ain't gonna be up in them ships. You're gonna have to come back. So anyway, give me a second. Anyway, let's come back over here. So I'm going to let this play. And like I said, I was listening to it, and I thought about Isaiah 63, which led me to, because my question was, well, wait a minute, this got to be a future event. Well, what does vocab say the Edomites, they already were done away with? These are all future events. And it mentions Idumea or Edom, the Edomites, in Isaiah 63, and also Isaiah 34, and other precepts. Ezekiel 25 mentions Edom, Isaiah, even what is that? Nahum 24 mentions the Edomites, the Amalekites. So let's listen to a little bit of it.
How unjust this world is, it troubles him, all right? But he's bound to his word. This is the book of Isaiah 59 and 16. And he saw that there was no man, and wondered that there was no intercessor. No man on earth, all right, could save us out of this condition. Therefore his arm, which speaks to Yahweh Shai, brought salvation unto him, and his righteousness is sustained him. See that? So it's going to be Yahweh Shai whom the Lord is going to, so as a matter of fact, I'll start at 15. It says, yea, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. And he saw that there was no man, and wondered that there was no intercessor. Okay? Therefore his arm brought him salvation, all right, unto him. And his arm, that speaks to Yahweh Shai. When you look at this word arm, his arm, Zarawai, okay, forearm, strength, arm as a symbol of strength, forces, political and military. And that's what the Most High is going to send. He's going to send a force of angels, shoulder of an animal sacrificed. And we know that that speaks to Yahweh Shai. Remember, the Most High is the Lord of hosts. The word host, Tazabah, I believe it means armies. All right. So
yeah,
the
one
Lord,
of his armies, I call them a mechanized army, which are the missiles, ICBM missiles.
is going to deliver us in a immaculate way. Okay? So therefore his arm brought salvation unto him, and his righteousness it sustained him. For he put on righteousness as a breastplate, and helmet of salvation upon his head. And he put on the garments of vengeance for clothing, and was clad with zeal as a cloak.
So when he read that, that's what what immediately came to mind was Isaiah 63. So I went to Isaiah 63. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Okay, so we're here. So I will read from the 1st to the 6th verse, which is a future prophecy. How do we know that? Because this is Isaiah, book of Isaiah. Who is this that cometh from Edom, with dyed garments from Bozrah? Leave this unplugged. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah? This that is glorious in his apparel is talking about Yahushua traveling in the greatness of his strength, that speak in righteous, mighty to save. There goes the word save. Let me go into the Hebrew. Now, it's supposed to, see, they go off on this. La, or to, Hawa, Shawai, which is supposed to be La, to, Hawashai, deliver. So I don't got to go into. I already know what they're going to say, what they're going to go into. Now, when you go to the Strongs, and they show you that in the Strongs, matter of fact, let me do this. Let me see if they give you the Strongs. Bear with me for a minute. It leads you to the word. Let me see what happens. I believe that you got to go to the New Testament, but the Strong's is Yahushai. So let's come back over here. Mighty to save. This is the future. This is talking about our Lord coming. He's not coming two, 3 times. He's coming once. So what Isaiah saw and he wrote down, he saw the thing that's getting ready to happen, the destruction and the deliverance. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. Revelation 14 says he's going to go on the wine press. It's like a big barrel that you put wine in, and you they still do this in Italy. They'll jump in certain places. They used to do it. They get women with clean feet, and they'll walk around, and they'll stomp the grapes till it comes out as liquid, which is the wine, and then they ferment it. Now, there's the thing. If you go back, the Lucy show, Lucy and Desi, I Love Lucy, there was a episode when she went to Italy, and she was dressed up like an Italian girl, and she was going to do the wine thing, And it was an actual Italian girl, and they were doing the wine. Then they got into a fight. Then they was throwing grapes at each other. I remember it like it was yesterday. So in the ancient world, that's how, in certain areas, that's how you made wine. They didn't have men do it. They had women do it with clean feet. I have trodden, when you get into the wine press, you press it with your feet. Now they got machines. I have trodden the wine press alone, this is Yahweh Shai, and of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in my anger. Tread who? The Edomites. Edomites. He's not going to go to the land of Edom. There ain't no Edomites down there. There might be a few of them. There might be some Jordanian, because what is that? Petra is down there in Jordan. So you got Edomites scattered with some other nations around, maybe a couple of Israelites. But Esau as a whole is not, if you go to Bozrah, you're not going to see a bunch of Edomites talking about, oh yeah, we're the biblical Edomites. No. This wine press is Babylon the Great. Blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, which that's not going to happen. It's just a vision that he gonna get so down, and he gonna get down and dirty when he kills them. There's just gonna be hearts and lungs and blood and guts, which that's not gonna happen. And I will stain my remnant, which he's not actually gonna do. He's gonna be in that ship. He's gonna shoot missiles from that ship, pursuant to 2nd Ezra 13, and he's gonna deliver the elect. And the ship the size of a mountain. Now they have a mountain. What is it called? A mountain retreat, which is in Cheyenne. The Cheyenne Mountain Retreat, which is in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And the military has control. They're all in there, and they said that you can put 1 million people in there. I mean, I got to go back to the the information, but it's big enough to put 1 million people in there. Now there's 350 million somewhat people, the population of the United States. So we're talking about only 1 million. So the only ones that they want to save are the government, which is called continuity of government. The president, the vice president, the secretary of defense, the secretary of state, the speaker of the House, the Congress, the Senate, maybe some governors. They showed you that in the movie where this guy played the president, Morgan Freeman, called Deep Impact. And they had to go into the salt mines somewhere in the Midwest. So they only had the government and super smart people, scientists and doctors, smart people, Edomites, top elite Edomites. That's called continuity of government. Continuity of government. You can look that up. Somebody look. I'm not going to look it up. And Esau knows this because, hey, Trump, he for the last couple of weeks he's been giving Netanyahu the cold shoulder because Netanyahu wants to attack Iran. Trump has enough sense to know, just like Biden had enough sense to know, to not get involved in the Ukraine-Russian war. And he said it. He said, "Why don't we get involved? What about the troops going there?" He said, "No." This is what Biden said when he first got into office, maybe a year in. He said no. His mind was a little fresher. He said, no, because that would be World War III. Well, guess what? Trump knows that too. Nettie doesn't realize as soon as you attack Iran, Russia and China has interests in Iran. Plus, Iran is part of the BRIC nations. That's World War III right here, right there. So you can keep. Let me go. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart. Not For this is one of the days of vengeance, because I'm going to come 5 times. He came one time, and they killed him. All right? He rose, and when he comes back this time, he's not coming back as a man, where you can beat him up and put a crown of thorns on him and hang him up on a cross. He's coming back as an angelic force. And backing him up are the angels. Second in command will be Michael the archangel. That's in Revelation 12. Now I keep going through this because this is going to happen. There's not no separate place called, okay, then now he's going to get America, and then he's going to get the lake of fire. The lake of fire is America. It's not in the great Levant, looking like a river. Told you them guys are not of the elect. And you should have listened, Hassad. You should have got, when I told you you should get with the GMS, you should have listened, but you didn't want to listen. Show you that the spirit ain't working with you. The first place that you joined was ISUBK. And then you went from ISUBK to Sakari, and then the leader Sakari, many years in, kicked you out. I don't know the full reason I heard it, but I forget it. It ain't important. But the thing was, you were kicked out and you were pissed off. You vented about it. And around that same time, that's when her car left for certain reasons. And y'all teamed up. But since y'all teamed up, you've been going off. You've been doing videos. You other camps are going off. This really doesn't mean that. And that just proves that you guys are not of the elect. You can't get with the GMS now, though. Most High close the door on you. So it says for the day. That's why you got Hakar saying that he thinks he hoped the hopeful elect. Where do you think he got that from? He got that from GMS. We say the hopeful elect. It's for the day of vengeance, singular. The day, not the days of vengeance. I'm going to come one day, then 20 years later, I'm going to come again. I'm going to get America on the first go round, then I'm going to come back 2 years later and get the lake of fire. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeem, he's only coming back to save the elect one time, is come. So this Isaiah 63 is yet to happen, vocab Malone. And I looked and there was none to help. And I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me. This is Yahushua, and my fury, it upheld me. And I will tread down the people, starting with the Edomites, go to the first verse, in my anger, and make them drink. That's Revelation 7. I believe that's Revelation 17. Drink the cup. I'll go to that. And also Jeremiah 49. He's going to make them drink that cup because he made us drink that cup. So he's going to make you, the Edomites, drink that cup. That cup is one of destruction. When? Future tense. Edom is still around. Edom is in the power seat. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Let me go to Revelation 17. Cup. Okay, this is not what I want. Let me see. Let me do it this way. Excuse me. Okay, right here. Revelation 14, verse 10. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture. This goes hand in hand with Isaiah 63, into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So when you read Isaiah 60 goes hand in hand with Revelation chapter 14. Okay, let me go over here. Revelation 16-19, and the great city which was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell. Yeah, because the earthquake is going to cause tidal waves, tsunamis. The whole earth is going to quake. Buildings, especially the high rises, are going to be cut down to the ground. And great Babylon, which is the U.S., came in remembrance before the Most High to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. Revelation 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, and the cup which she has filled to her double. So vocab's hoping like hell that the Edomites are done away with. But then how can you explain these scriptures here? Wait a minute, I'm in the wrong. Okay, let me do this. Do it this way. Okay, I want this. So Isaiah 63. For the day of the vengeance is in my heart. There's only one event. And the year of my redeem. Who is he going to redeem? Buy back. The elect of Israel has come. So he's going to do 2 things. He has 2 tasks. Destroy Esau and his current system, and deliver the elect of Israel. And I looked, and there was none to help. Therefore my own harm. I read this. And I will tread down the people in mine anger and make them drunk, because he's going to make them drink. We just read that cup in my fury, and I will bring down their strength, their military, their power to the earth. Remember, he brought the dragon down, right? In Revelation 12. So now, let me come over here. Now I went to Cambridge for Bibles in school and colleges. Didn't say too much about these precepts that I pegged in there. Isaiah 34:5, which says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Edomia and upon the people of my curse to judgment. When did that happen, vocab? It's yet to happen. If the Edomites were done away with, if this prophecy was fulfilled, then we would know about it. We know about the Egyptians. We know about all them kingdoms. But we don't know about the destruction of the Idumeans, because it's yet to happen. It says, my sword. Now, it says here, see on chapter Isaiah 27:1. That's talking about the Leviathan. And in Job 40 and 41, it speaks about Leviathan. In Isaiah, it mentions Leviathan, but it's talking about Esau. He said he's going to use the sword, matter of fact. And that day, which is the same day, Isaiah 63, Yahweh with his sore and great and strong sword. Didn't he say that in Isaiah 34? He gonna use that sword against him? It says, right, it says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. So when Esau is taken out, Leviathan's going to be taken out. And Leviathan is a symbolic for, it represents Esau, the Edomites. Shall be bathed, better is drunk, right? I.e., not with blood. Well, it's going to be their blood. Suggests an idea foreign to this passage, but with fury and preparation for his work, which is on earth. Idumea, Edom, read Edom. They say it's from the Greek. It's a Greek word. Then it references you to the sixth verse. This is Isaiah 34:6. The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood; it is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of animals and goats. You represent the animals and the goats, the lambs and the goats, with the fatted kidney of rams. For Yahweh has a sacrifice in Bozrah. So Babylon, America is nothing but a podium, what do you call it, an altar for the prophets to condemn this place. Most High going to deliver the prophets as along with the elect, and he's going to have a sacrifice. Burnt sacrifice, right? Burnt sacrifice. America will be a burnt sacrifice. Ceremonially. Burnt sacrifice. It said, the people of my curse. Who's the people of the Lord's curse? The Edomites. The ones that are in the power seat. Trump is an Edomite. The last words is strictly ban. The people on whom I have laid the ban, the slaughter of the inhabitants of Edom. Isaiah 34 is yet to happen. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next. Shalom.